comes with the whole city.
I'd love to. The baths are bustling. Now that Nikador has fallen, the soldiers in the city can finally catch a break. Have you heard? It seems like all the rooms are... I don't know how long I'll be able to live like this. Is that Lady Treby and Lady Trianne?
Ah, you must have forgotten. This is a precious relic from our hometown. We definitely all saw it back then. Trianne, this is a counterfeit. We both know it's impossible for something this fragile to have survived all those years in one piece. Nothing is impossible. We are fragile too, but we still got through those sad times. Ugh, look at that color and how it glitters in the light. Why won't you buy it? If someone else gets to it before us, we'll miss our chance forever. Calm down, Trianne. You need rest.
Please, there's no need to fret. If you need more time to make a decision, I can put this aside for you until tomorrow. Or until you're ready?
No, it's all right. Trianne is just... She'll come to her senses tomorrow. We'll be off first. Trianne is just... what? Trianne is super mad, that's what! You've forgotten all about Mama! Mama gave us something just like this before! Trianne...
See you tomorrow? I hope you two patch things up soon.
See you tomorrow. May the winds of fortune bless you.
It's so hard to understand what they're thinking.
Excuse me, if you don't mind, could you tell me what Lady Treby and Lady Trianne were discussing just now?
Oh, it's Miss Casterus. It's been a while. Well, honestly, I'm not quite sure myself. See, I have a little hobby of collecting handicrafts. Some time ago, I found this trinket being sold at the Marmorial Market, and bought it when Lady Treby and Lady Trianne walked by earlier. Lady Trianne happened to catch sight of it, and promptly insisted that it was a precious memento from her hometown. But Lady Treby believed it to be a counterfeit. She said it couldn't possibly be from Yanisopolis. The likelihood of such fragile glassware surviving the Chrysos War is simply too low. For some reason, Lady Trianne became awfully upset after hearing that.
I see. Madam, would you mind selling this trinket to me?
Certainly, it's just... if it truly is a relic from Yanisopolis, it could be worth a small fortune. Miss...
I understand. Feel free to name your price.
And what might your concerns be, my friend? Fine. I'll sell it to you at cost, as a sign of goodwill, Miss Casterus. Just promise to support my business in the future.
Much appreciated. Thanks for helping me out. I'm not one to venture out often, and while I have some savings, it takes a lot out of me to even talk to people, let alone haggle. Had you not been here, I would have been set back plenty. The authenticity of the piece isn't important. What matters is that it holds special meaning for Lady Trianne and reminds her of her hometown. I've long wished to show my gratitude for Lady Trianne's care, but I haven't been able to come up with any ideas for a suitable gift. Still, this trinket is admittedly rather fragile. I will have to make some adjustments and stitch it onto wool felt to protect it. That way, no matter how much Lady Trian runs around, it won't break easily. Alright, back to business after that little detour. Let's keep moving. Don't stray far now. You've already kept Lady Aglaya waiting long enough. It seems your friend arrived before us.
Welcome, Cass. And you as well, trailblazer from beyond the sky. Your companion here kindly explained the meaning behind the name to me earlier. Through him, I've come to understand that you and your friends walk the paths of Kefali and Yanis in places beyond the sky. Addressing you appropriately is the least I can do, as a show of respect. For all that has happened, it was never our intention to drag you two into the battle against Nikador and jeopardize your safety. To express our gratitude for your kind trailblazing endeavors, we would like to present to you with the highest honor of Akima. This is the dew of divine blood, brewed from crops nourished by the blood of the Titans. It is said that only 12 bottles existed. Back in the days of prosperity, cities fortunate enough to acquire it regarded it as one of the greatest treasures ever. Unsealing it during a ceremony held in honor of two cities' diplomatic ties was the highest form of respect one could show the other. And now, in keeping with tradition, Akima dedicates this drink to our esteemed guests from beyond the sky in appreciation of what you have done for us. Very perceptive, Mr. Dunhung. Your heroic deeds have proven that you come in good faith. With the dew of divine blood as testament, we wish to forge an alliance with the Trailblazers.
Wow! Gray and Danny have sharp eyes indeed. You'd make outstanding members of the Twilight Courtyard. No need to worry, by the way. I can tell from Lady Aglaya's tone of voice and micro-expressions that she's being genuine. Not only are you guests from beyond the sky, but you've also done so much for Akima. You're practically heroes to us all. Lady Aglaya would never subject you to Aquila's judgment.
Hyacinth, thank you for taking care of the wounded of the past few days.
Oh, it's no trouble at all. The patients are very cooperative when we attend to them. I'm just thrilled to see them all going home healthy again. Oh, it's Cassie! Oh, I've missed you. Miss! You can't say that. Lady Aglaya should always be Lady Aglaya.
I'm here to bring healing light to the world. Plus, I've heard you're also children of the distant skies. Fate must have brought us together. Can we be friends? I'd love to hear your tales of the sky. And oh, it's a rare occasion that Akama presents such an invaluable gift to guests. Lady Aglaya, may I have the honor of tasting it too?
Of course you may. Esteemed guests of Akama, please believe me when I say that this gift carries no hidden agendas. As for the matter of the Alliance, you need not give me an answer here and now.
Oh, yay! Then I'll get started on my questionnaire.
Allow me to do the honors. This young lady is Hyacinth, assistant lecturer of the new sporists at the Grove of Epiphany and head nurse at the medical institution known as the Twilight Courtyard. Many of the Chrysos heirs suffered injuries during Mikado's attack on Akama, so the Grove sent Lady Hyacinth to treat the wounded in Akama.
But what I'm really good at is helping people sort out what ails their mind and spirit. If you're ever feeling troubled, come find me. A little sunbathing in the courtyard will chase all your worries away. Well, it looks like everything's sorted out now. The patients have also all recovered. I think it's time for me to head back, Lady Aglaya.
I would love to keep you in Akama for a few more days, but I would hate to provoke the ire of the Grove. As it happens, Akama intends to send a messenger to the Grove for updates about the research on the Black Tide. We also want to communicate our desire to discuss the retrieval of Circe's core flame at the earliest convenience.
Oh, that sounds pretty serious. Lady Aglaya, you can't be asking me.
No need to fret. We won't put you on the spot. Trian will be going there as the diplomatic messenger of Akama, and Castros will be accompanying her.
I happen to have a few questions for Professor Anaxa as well, regarding the missing Titan Thanatos.
If you're not keen on just sitting around, Miss Trailblazer, why not go with him? The Grove is a picturesque place, perfect for sightseeing.
That's a wonderful suggestion. Come visit the Grove, Grady. I'd be delighted to show you around.
In that case, do bring this spindle along with you. This tool, called the weft, is used to spin thread and has been passed down in my family through generations. Though it doesn't see much practical use nowadays. While you're in the Grove, the golden thread of the weft can also render all things around you visible, regardless of whether they're corporeal or not. And make good use of it. Trian is already waiting for you at the outskirts of Akama, so I won't keep you any longer. May your journey be smooth.
I'm glad to be in your company again, miss. Thanatos controls my fate, in a sense. The curse I bear came from them, and they have something of mine. Something of great importance that I must get back from them. When I was studying at the Grove alongside Phainon and the others, Professor Anaxa was responsible for teaching us about the Chrysos heirs and the Titans. That's also when I met Miss Hyacinth. She was Anaxa's teaching assistant then. The Grove of Epiphany is Akama's partner academy. They look after the core flame of Circe's and are the organization at the forefront of researching phenomena such as the Black Tide and the Titans. Several Chrysos heirs are based in the Grove, including Miss Hyacinth and Professor Anaxa.
Oh, I came here with a colleague from the Twilight Courtyard. I've asked her to pack her luggage in advance, so she's already waiting for us by the city gates. Let's go meet up with her. Look, there she is, and Lady Trianne. But did something happen, Clementine? Oh, that Miss Hyacinth, this man was
discovered by Trianne! Trianne was in a bad mood this morning, so we went to the outskirts of all. Trianne knows the city has good doctors. So, Trianne brought our new friend into the city to look for a doctor!
I was waiting here for Miss Hyacinth when I bumped into Lady Trianne. But by then, this man was already in critical condition, so...
These wounds, their cause is bad. Clementine, prepare a ward for this man at once. Gray, Cassie, and Trianne, would you mind making your way to the grove first? Once this man is out of danger, Clementine and I will join you. As a healer, I cannot ignore those in need of medical assistance.
I understand. May fate have mercy on this poor man.
Trianne believes he'll get better. Everybody, follow Trianne! Fly, fly, fly away from Akama! Down this road we go, to the skies we fly, leaving Akama behind! Little Cass, little Gray, are you ready?
You might not be aware of this, but you...
Trianne promised Treeby that we wouldn't open the gate unless we had...
I'm ready too.
Okie dokie! Everybody, let's hold hands. To the grove we go!
It's harder than I thought to sew gemstones onto...
Cass, memmy, mem. Memmy, mem.
Mem wants to try sewing. Here, why don't you give it a go?
Memmy, mem. Memmy, mem.
It's hard not to like Mem when they're so adorable. Oh, this is amazing. It seems as if their voice has become more intelligible after the battle with Nikador. After spending the last few days together, I feel like I'm gradually gaining the ability...
Is everybody awake? Little Gray, little Cass, and a little pink puppy?
It's already action hour. Lady Trianne, you were talking in your sleep.
Sleep talking? What did Trianne say?
Something like, Mommy, doll with sword, let's fight together. We'll be brave.
Ugh, it's so embarrassing. Please don't make fun of Trianne.
Of course not. Wasn't Lady Trianne's mother also the Holy Maiden?
Mama was the strongest holy maiden in all of our history. She also gave us the prophecy of deliverance. And she had... But... Trianne... can't... Trianne thinks that's a great idea. Can the pink puppy help Trianne out? Mem, 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 mem. Yay! Little Memmy from now on. Mem, 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 mem. Mem, memmy, mem, 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 mem. Mem, 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 mem. Mem, 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 mem. Me, mem, 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 memmy, mem. Okie dokie. Trianne remembers that we need to help Aggie ask the big tree whether Cersei's would be willing to visit Ogg. If we follow this woven trail and keep going upward, we'll reach the grove in no time. Mem, mem, memmy, mem, mem, memmy, mem.
Legend has it that whenever they requested an audience with Cersei's, Nestia would always...
Look, a huge tree. It's huge. Ma'am, memmy, mem, mem, mem. Memmy, mem, memmy, mem.
It's the Bough of Rift, the divine body of Cersei's. Flora began to grow where they planted their roots, and this flatland basin upon which we stand gradually became a large, verdant forest. A long time ago, Peleus, the first scholar, led the masses to build a garden and courtyard in the forest, naming the site the Grove of Epiphany. There, people sought mental clarity, knowledge, and enlightenment.
Oh, Trianne knows this. Everybody says that was how this big academy came to be. Memmy, mem, 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 mem.
Something feels off. The Grove has always welcomed scholars. So too would Cersei's give us her delicate leaves and extend her branches in greeting. Yet, it seems both the Grove's messengers and the Titan are indifferent to our arrival. That doesn't seem likely. Miss Hyacinth didn't mention anything about...
Maybe everybody's still asleep because classes haven't started yet. They don't want to be disturbed, so they shut. Mem, mem.
This place is too quiet.
Oh, Trianne found it! Everybody, fly across to the other side! The entrance on the other side. Where could it be? His eyes are so sharp!
I knew you would find it. The courtyard of Storgi should be just ahead of us. as I expected. Not to mention that this whole place is also eerily quiet. That's not very likely. As far as I can recall, the voices of people engaged in
Hello? Is anyone there? No one's here.
I have an idea. Lady Trian, do you remember? Lady Aglaya said this. While this is achievable because the grove is not only where the roots of Circes are, but also— Oh, Nestia! With the weft as my vow, I beseech you, entwine my— Well, these lines are documented in the Handbook of Nestia's Priests. If I'm not mistaken, we should be able to draw power out of this—
There isn't a...
But that shouldn't be—
Mem.
Are they white dry? No, these aren't white. These are shadows of dead white dryads.
Dead shadow?
Strictly speaking, these white dryads are still plants. They only gained sentience as a result of Circe's blessing of equality. But their sentience is minimal when compared to that of human. However, this also means that the golden thread has definitely connected with the Titan's presence. With—
What happened to them? Why are...
Mem, can—
Mem. Black cloak, sword toward the great tree.
I have a bad feeling about the deathly fog of Thanatos is fast approaching.
Oh! Trian will be on high alert! One, two... not enough for us to share.
death is becoming more and more intense. There, on the steps.
This looks...
No, it's neither of those. This is a creation of the Black Tide. Such creatures are formed when living. Everybody, stay alert. Regardless of what has happened to the Grove, the fact that we're seeing the remains of a Black Tide creation here...
Should we inform Aggie about the... The monster is alive!
Trian, please hide behind us, miss. Let's do this. As expected, the words black, sword, and cloak... They're talking about the Black Tide.
Nice, like my friends. Indulge yourselves!
Right on time. Yes, you!
Stay back, Clara.
You threw clouds! Strike!
Eliminating threat.
Underestimating us will cost you! Huge news! I want to protect everyone. Help me, Mr. Tora! You defeated it! Little Gray! Little Kaz! You're so strong! Mem.
To think the Black Tide has spread this quickly to the Grove despite its remote location. I'm afraid a world where strife has fallen is far more dangerous than we ever imagined.
Oh no! Does this mean that Akuma is also in danger?
Looking at this mess, it seems the scholar's at least six, but at what price?
Lady Aglaya, after a few days of surgeries, both major and minor,
Thank you again, Hyacinth, for your hard work.
the scarring of his organs was especially severe, a result of the Black Tide's corruption. It's a miracle he's even survived. I can't say for sure when he'll regain consciousness.
Don't stress yourself out over this. You've already done everything in your power to save him. There's no need to hurry to the Grove either. You deserve a good rest now. Tribi, I have some things to tell you as well. There's something strange about where that patient came from. He is not Akaman. The way the stitches on his clothes are hidden is quite unique.
The Grove? You mean...
Now that I think about it, Castris and the rest should have arrived at the Grove by now.
Trian just got... the Black Tide has invaded the Grove. We haven't detected any survivors, even with the help of the Golden Thread. What should we do, Aggie?
The Black Tide is posing an even greater risk to us now. I did not expect the Grove to be the first to be impacted, though. Can they tell where the core flame is right now?
We see it. The core flame is still there,
But what?
but they can't say for sure whether the Titan has also been corrupted by the Black Tide.
Please let them know that for now, the most pressing task is to identify the core flame and transfer it to a safe place as quickly as possible. We must also search for survivors and find out exactly what happened to the Grove. Oh, and find Anaxa. Unless something went terribly wrong, he should still be alive.
They've set off. Please, stay safe, everyone.
I pray for their safety too.
Aggie, how do you know...
I know that man all too well. If that blasphemous performer knew that he was not long for this world, he would most certainly try to seize the core flame and drag the Titan down with him.
Is this a joke as well?
No, I'm being serious this time. We're facing threats from both within and without Akima. The merciless carnage may have ceased, but Akima's nemesis continues to sharpen their blades even now. They may have even prepared the gallows from which to hang us already.
You mean...
Even if the divine authority of strife is as yet unclaimed, the Black Tide is advancing more rapidly than I expected. I fear this tragedy is more than a mere natural disaster. Alas, it's too late. The Council will likely take this opportunity to do something... I will try to keep this under wraps for now. But you must also take care and be prepared for anything that may happen.
All right. Should I inform Hyacinth about this?
Not for now. She must be exhausted after performing surgeries non-stop for so many days. I don't want to overwhelm her with this bad news.
We can only hope that the Grove weathers this crisis with as many survivors as possible.
That being said, based on the condition of this patient, Tribi, we should prepare for the worst. It's likely he is the only one who managed to escape from the Grove against all odds.
Everything will be fine. The people at the Grove are really smart. They'll definitely be able to chase away the Black Tide.
How should I put it? Lady Aglaia doesn't trust Anaxa at all, I'm afraid. Believe me, she is far nicer to the two of you than she is to Anaxa. Despite being a chrysosaur, Anaxa resolutely believes that Titans and prophecies are a load of nonsense. During our regular citizens' assemblies, he always votes to oppose the flame chase journey.
Trian knows the answer to that. Everybody says that Circes, who symbolizes reason, is the most tolerant of novel ideas. Apart from Kefali,
Yes, that is how we formed an agreement with these Titans who bear no harm toward humanity. If they agree to support us on our flank—
with the exception of Voronix, that is.
That is true. It's also fortunate that these gods weren't corrupted by the Black Tide.
Trian believes Circes will be alright. After all, everybody says that the people of the Grove are really smart. So, Little Gray and Little Cass, just leave the task of finding Anaxa and everyone else to
Good idea. In that case, please bring the Weft along with you. Please promise us that you'll take care of your—
Okie doke! If Trian gets in trouble, we'll look for all of you. In return, if you get in trouble—
That's the other thing I wish to mention. Do not open the gate unless you—
Okay. We will keep that in mind.
Of course, we know that. After all, Lady Trian, remember all those brave heroes and the tales you've heard. They would always save their strength until the very last moment.
In that case, brave tree.
So many monsters.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star. Memmy mem.
It could be because when a life is devoured, I can't open it. Save your energy. Yanis's power.
Are you serious? Just a mere door, and you're... Before you try unlocking the door, perhaps you should first find a way to clear the... My name is Anaxagoras, one of the 7 sages of the Grove of Epiphany, and the founder of the New Sporists. Before we go any further, rule number 1. Do not call me Anaxa. Rule number 2. Never interrupt me. Silence is gold. The person standing here and conversing with you right now isn't the vestiges of a memory. Rather, it is through the wonders of alchemy. I have shattered my soul and transmuted it into gold before burying it in this spot. Nothing is impossible. Having said that, alchemy is not omnipotent. Each time you hear from me, an equivalent part of my... That's because my precise calculations account for every possibility. I also know that you have already discovered the cause of the... But that is where you're wrong. While the Black Tide was still approaching the Grove, the sages found a way to evacuate the vast majority. Only a small fraction of the scholars stayed behind with me to defend the Grove. If all goes well, but since you have accessed this message, something unforeseen must have occurred. For now, you should continue onward to the Luminary Throne, where you... And now, the objective is complete.
Miss, judging from your reaction, you must have found a use... Professor Anaxa? That's a lot to digest. You don't have to take that too seriously. Professor Anaxa theorized it is an extremely complex, provided that he is still alive. Yes, that seemed... Perhaps they were just unable to train. It is located at the top of the giant making our way Right. Let's see whether he left any similar directions for it. Alchemy is truly incredible. No, you didn't imagine it. I'm afraid that someone's probably nearby. As we are unable... Found it. The voice is coming from... It seems to be coming from some... Let's go check it out.
Everything in this world is bleeding.
Thus our fates become one. All lives will reveal.
Toward tomorrow, onward! Twinkle, twinkle, little star. off your body and mine. Adorned in splendor.
Bathe in gold. Thus our fates become one.
So fragile, like a wisp of silk.
Yeah. Everything in this world is bleeding.
All life we reveal.
So fragile, like a wisp of silk.